What up, YouTube? Sig P211 GTO, and this is Sig's first foray into the 2011 game, and you know, I'm hoping they can redeem themselves. You know, Sig's in a little bit of hot water at the moment for plenty of reasons we need not discuss, but for the interest of this video, this is gonna be first shots. These guns are brand new, and I'm pretty excited though, because overall aesthetically I really like it. The grip feels pretty good. It's got a carry style grip as far as the panels that come with it. It's pretty smooth. I would personally prefer a little more aggressive 3D printed compensator, which all 3 ports on the compensator, they say are of use. So some of them are just aesthetic, but on this particular model, they are all functional, and they say 30% reduction in muzzle rise. So we're gonna test that out actually right now for you guys and make sure that that claim is accurate. Okay, and let's see. So overall, the trigger has a bit more play in it than I would like, so we'll kind of see how it feels functionally. Okay, first shot is good. That actually felt pretty good. Okay, I will say that actually feels really nice. I'm normally, the closest compensated 2011 I have would be the XC or the Foxtrot Romulus, and this I would say feels pretty close in recoil, but it's interesting. The recoil impulse is different. I get a little more impact into my hand and a little less flip. So I will say the compensator, it does seem to do what they say. It does reduce, does shoot pretty flat. Got locked back. Okay. Little slight not return to battery, but overall first shots are pretty impressive. I would prefer a little bit of a higher end fit and finish at this price point. I'm a little bit surprised, Sig being such a big company, it doesn't quite feel as premium as I would have expected. Just to, you know, be straight honest with you guys, my first shots, first thoughts and feelings. It shoots really nice though. Effectively, it's really nice. Okay, yeah, it feels really good to shoot, but I will say premium materials wise, I would have liked to see a little bit higher end tightness, fit and finish. The gun does get really hot, actually, surprisingly hot, which I have noticed on other, kind of like the Legion as well with Sig. It's already, even now actually, I would not be able to reholster that. Which, speaking of holstering, don't say I don't love you guys, because I wouldn't take holstering a Sig appendix right now too lightly. But you know what? Fuck it. Let's see.
You got some balls, kid.
Okay, all right, we survived. Let's see. Okay, Sig. All right, one more for good measures. You know, third time's a charm. It actually conceals pretty well. Feels good on the stomach. Okay. Probably should have screwed that down, but fuck it. Okay. So now that I've got a couple first shots for you guys, I can give you a little bit more of my thoughts. Overall, I'd say the fit and finish is the con. Price wise, you know, I gotta be honest with you guys, it's right around 2,400 bucks, 2,500 bucks. It's cheaper than an XC, which is good, but at the same time, I will say, just holding them both side by side, you feel that it's cheaper than an XC as well. And it's kind of just little things like the grip safety is just kind of a little bit flimsy, a lot of play in there left to right. The trigger has a lot more play than I would like from any 2011. I don't know if you guys can quite see that, but you got up and down, and then you also have lateral play, and then quite a bit as well before the wall. You have, and for a 2011, it's kind of surprising. So a nice brake when it does break, and but as far as the overall play, I would definitely like that a bit tighter. Slide to frame fit, I would like that a little bit tighter. You do got pretty good amount of rattle and wiggle in there. It's nothing egregious that you'd feel like the gun is unsafe or anything, but you know, with Sig's current shit, you know, I guess that's up to you to decide how safe you think it is. But the compensator works really well. I will give them that for sure. That would be on the pro side. Another pro for this would be the modular grip. I personally don't think it's aggressive enough for what I like, but that's kind of the benefit of the modularity. You can swap out these panels pretty easy, and it is steel frame. So if I were to own this for a long period of time, I would probably pretty quickly switch this to a steel grip or aluminum grip, one or the other, with a pinned grip safety, and that would really take up a lot of those issues. But then again, now your price is jumping when you do that. Now you are right up there with those other high-end 2011s, and there you go. So that's kind of up for you to decide if that's worth it for you. The 3D printed concept is awesome, I think. You know, a lot of suppressors these days are made that way. In a similar fashion, 3D printing is kind of the way now to get super cool, innovative designs. So awesome on that. I would prefer a lot stiffer safety for the slide, but kind of personal preference, but it's a little bit too easy to engage. I actually personally really like some resistance, and like to know that as I'm coming out or as I'm drawing, I can feel that I've engaged it. It just kind of feels like as you're pressing out, you don't know if you've hit it or not. So that is one on the con side that I would change. But overall, you know, I think it's a good value for what you get, but I'm kind of surprised, you know, like something even like this platypus here has a lot less play in the trigger. You can see here there's no lateral play and a very minuscule amount up and down. I'm kind of surprised that coming from a mass producer like these guys, that you get such an incredible amount of play in that trigger. That is the major letdown in my opinion, but overall, I think it's good what they're doing. I'm glad they came out with it. And the P320 mags are definitely a bonus. You know, if you are coming from a P320 and now so many people have kind of left them in the safe, or, you know, pawn their 320s at this point, but that could be a great benefit, is to get rid of your P320, grab one of these, keep all your mags, and now you're into a 2011 without having to spend very much on mags, because that is the biggest downside of 2011s.
That's true. Man's got a point.
Overall, you know, I think it is a pretty good value, but it's up to you to decide if it's worth to go that $1,000 more, maybe even a little bit more, and really get to something more premium, get up into, you know, real premium 2011 territory. You know, that's for you to decide. I personally am a little bit surprised that they didn't go off the deep end on this and really step it up hardcore. That's kind of what I was expecting. But overall, as far as just a shooter, yeah, this is a good shooter. So speaking of which, you know, nothing on this channel gets away without a bill drill. So let's go run a couple of those for you guys, see what our times are, and we'll close out with a couple of fun bill drills. See if we can't set a baseline. I'm nervous, guys. That's why. Ah, got our first malfunction. And it looks like it's just a light return to battery. Okay, let's see. Run a couple more. Sure we're... Okay, that one felt pretty good. And we got a 212. So let's run one more. See if we can't grab a sub 2. I feel like it's in there. I feel like it's in there. Come on. Feels good. Did we do it? Yeah. All right. Sig P211 GTO. First shots. I'll probably give you guys a good review on this in a few thousand rounds, maybe even 1,000 round review. Drop in the comments if there's any other guns you'd like to see, or if you'd like to see a direct comparison of this and some other SIGs, or what you'd like to see this put up against. I can do a this versus XC video. You know, the world is your oyster, guys. I want you guys to feel at home here too, and let me know what you want to see, and because that's what I'm doing it for at the end of the day. Let's have some fun and some entertainment, and you know, share our hobby. P11 GTO. Peace.